live with Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today, I want to share another YouTube channel that I watched a video many moons ago. It's called Time Machines. And it was a story about this guy's quest. He'd had a few watches and he wanted to cash them in and get one watch for all occasions. And he was quite interesting. He'd bought two Rolexes. He'd bought a Rolex Daytona black dial, and he'd also had a no-date sub. But he also bought a few stupid things. He bought a Bell & Ross, and he also bought a Bulgari chronograph, which he'd tanked superbly. And it was an interesting concept. And the two watches that he was trying to, he spoke to a very famous watch dealer in England called Tom Bolt. Tom Bolt is quite a, he's reasonably well known in watch circles. He's a watch dealer. He deals in watches. And it led me to ask, could you be one watch for life? What would you choose? And to discuss this, I've got Clive. Clive, you've always struck me as somebody who loves their horology. What would you choose if this choice was coming up for you? What would you choose? I could see you as a one-watch man. I really could see you doing that.
Toughie.
Here's a clue. One on the screen now. There's one on the screen now, Clive.
Right. Yeah, possibly. I mean, it just really depends whatever one strikes your fancy the most. And, of course, you know, there's nothing wrong with the Explorer 2.
Yes, nothing wrong with an Explorer 2. You're right.
Yeah, it's you know there's certain secrets that you can get from it. You know, you can always fish around for one, find a bargain. You know, race. You know, but there have been times when I've been racing from place to place trying to score a good deal on one, and I've got a couple. And boy, when they put them out for a good price, they go faster than a Formula One car.
Yes.
But I still think my PAM Zero would probably be the last one to leave.
Oh, your PAM Zero?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Now the thing is the PAM Zero, that's one you'd be the last to leave. I thought you were a Rolex man. Rolex!
Oh, I am.
Man.
I am, but if we're talking about just one, I think the PAM is the most versatile. Yeah, it's basic. You know, just basically a minute hand and a hour hand. Loom is great on it.
Yeah. It's
got a really nice, simple, reliable, you know, Swiss EDA movement that can be fixed anywhere, fixed locally, fixed quickly, cheaply, and efficiently. Also, it is so easy. It's so easy to change the straps on it, which, you know, I can understand the paneristi, why they get into strap changing, why they're so into straps, and just a quick strap change can drastically change the nature of the watch. It can go from casual to sporty to even dress with the right wristband, fairly cheaply and efficiently.
I see. Wow. Amazing. Tell me this. What do you think the answer is for you? What do you honestly think the answer is? If you had to be a one-watch man on this Time Machines, this YouTube video, which I must say, I think it's one of the best documentaries on. I've actually watched it probably about 100 times. I was really in love with it. It was a it was really well done. It was really well. It was a. I think it's one of the best documentaries that I've seen. Now I'm going to actually put this into the side here so you guys can have a link to it. I'm going to put it in here. Here we go. Time machines. He went through a bit of soul searching. He was looking at 2 watches. So he wanted to cash out of his collection, and he was thinking of a gold Daytona, yellow gold Daytona, and then he was looking at a gold Submariner with nipple dial.
Check.
And I've owned a gold sub, and I've got to tell you, they're not as usable as you think they would be. I think gold is very delicate.
Because that would be more attuned to a dress watch anyway, I think.
And Tom Bolt said, "Oh, good luck. Good luck with your quest to have one watch for all occasions." He said it's just not possible. Oh, good luck, because eventually you'll say, "Oh, I really love my one watch, but I'd like one for going to the beach. I'd like one for office. I'd like one." But if I had to pick one watch for me as myself, I would say Rolex would really come up. It would really come up there because it is waterproof. It's got long lasting. It's very, very durable. There's a lot to love about Rolex. What would you go? Okay, ignoring your Panerai. What else? Okay, let's just cut the Panerai out. What else would you be going towards?
So it'd have to be toughy. Possibly my purple sub.
Your two-tone bluesy purple sub. Wow, that's pretty. Okay, I understand. What about? Okay, so for one watch just to see you through life. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd almost, and probably right behind that, or maybe even equal to it, would be the no date sub. And again, it's simple.
Wow,
it's basic.
No date sub. Okay. No date sub. Very, very interesting. No date sub. Does the lack of the date do anything for you, or how do you feel about that? Could you live without a date?
Yeah, it would be hard at times, but it's like anything else. It's a trade-off either way. You get a cleaner, simpler dial, but there are times. It's just like I said. If last time I wore my Milgauss to court, it was doing a lot of paperwork. I kept catching myself. Okay, August. Damn it! Pulling out the phone. Next round, go into the courtroom. Okay, August. Shit.
Yes.
Over and over. But on the other hand, I guess. Then again, I guess if you had only one watch, the date wouldn't be as critical. But yeah, I could get by with. I think I could get by without a date.
Wow, you're a very brave man not to have a date on your watch. This is just a one watch. See, I would say you really do need that. I'd want a date and another function. If I was going to limit myself to one watch, I'd want a date and another function. That's why I'd say the GMT type watch, like an Explorer 2, would be ideal.
Or the Sea Dweller, because it would still have 2 functions. It would have the date without that
you're right.
cycle.
You're right.
And it would also have a timer. So in a lot of ways, the pre-ceramic Sea Dweller is also an excellent one for just a one watch. It has also everything going for it that a Rolex does. I mean, that a Submariner does. There's a couple. And what I love about that is they did that so well because the date window is not that bigger. It's not that much bigger than the indices at the 9 o'clock position. So it's not really even. It's not off balance without the Cyclops. It's the most symmetrical. It's one of the most symmetrical date dials that they have.
So tell me this. What about the president? Could that be your one watch, or you're not a president man?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No,
why is
it's
that?
too. Yeah, I think it's too dull. No, the bracelet would stretch. I mean, maybe the only way I'd even consider it is so I got a really nice crocodile bracelet for it and did most of the daily wear on that one. I'd be too concerned about stretching out the bracelet.
Oh, I see. Got you. Got you. I see. I see what you're saying there. Geez. Yeah, okay, fair enough. What about your you've got quite a few beautiful pieces. What about a vintage piece? Could you live with that forever?
Yeah, actually. And here's something that I know you're going to make. Fit yourself back on the screen.
Sure. Yes, hi.
Hello. I just want to watch you make a face. That's a vintage piece.
You bought that, did you?
Yeah, I did. I actually got it.
I'm not convinced the dial was original. You remember my thoughts on that?
The dial is original because the Air Force, or sorry, Army Air Force version had little loom on it. The Navy ones, which are identical, the Navy insisted on more loom, and the dials got screwed up. But what they figured, there was a little bit of. Well, I paid $300.
Yeah, that's not too bad for $300. Is it a steel case? What sort of case is it?
Silver. It's a silver case.
Silver case.
Yeah, they didn't make that many of them. And believe it or not, I even found the authentic period bracelet for it. That is something.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Bulova, the A11, it was worn by pilots and co-pilots and navigators for the United States Army Air Force, the Royal Air Force, the Royal Canadian Air Force, and also the under Lend-Lease to the Soviet Air Force. It's waterproof, dustproof. I actually had Fulton's check it out, and he said it's dead on, which is astounding. Bulova also, the A11 contract just had rough specifications. Of course, part of it was don't mess. Just this is how we want the dial. Do not put anything else on the dial.
I see.
And the Bulova is actually a hand-wound Swiss movement made under contract by Bulova in the United States.
Oh, I see. And what made you get that? What made you get that? You never actually told me you bought it yet, Clive. This is a newbie. I think maybe you thought I would disapprove.
Oh, you did disapprove, but I just really like the dial. You disapproved the hell out of it. But I love the dial of it. I love the dial. I mean, it's a tiny little thing, but the legibility and the contrast, I can read this thing without reading glasses. I think
tell me
modern.
This.
Okay, and so let me put it this way. Let's just.
Have you bought that Breitling yet? No.
There's more problems with it, and it's not a 52 or 54. It's probably a 60. So I have to admit I'm cooling on it, and it's still not done. And the more time goes by, it's just like I think I'd rather just get a freaking Rolex. But okay, but your Omega Speedmaster went to the moon, right?
Yes, man on the moon.
Well, gee, the only thing my little watch did was win World War II.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's also Yeah, nice little hand wound movement too. Just like it's kind of amazing. I'm amazed that I could still even find the bracelet for it, the stretch bracelet. Simple, reliable, yeah, dependable. Even anti-magnet. It even has an anti-magnetic cage in it. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah,
What made you buy that? Because you know I'm only a prestige watch buyer. I wouldn't buy that myself.
I like the cleanness and the simplicity of the dial and the history behind it. Everyone is buying homage military watches. This is original. Yeah, and the fact that also the silver dials are not nearly as common, but they seem to have held up better. By the way, do you know what rhymes with Saturday?
What's that?
Alcohol.
Yes. Yes. It is Saturday in Australia. It's Friday in America, but isn't it?
Alcohol also rhymes with Friday.
Mm.
But yeah, but even I could even myself getting by something like this. And the thing is, a lot of times, do watches inflict personality upon the wearer, or does the wearer inflict personality upon the watches?
Ooh,
because a lot of, I mean, sometimes.
Good question, Clyde. That's a very good question. Look at my IWC there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Can't you see that's me?
Yes. Wait, does it have crown guards?
No crown guards.
Well, okay.
That is just a magic type of piece.
Right.
And I really think myself there, you got to be prepared to grab the tiger by the tail. I really do think you have to look at these things and say, hey, what do I love? And in your case, you're very much a Rolex fanboy, but I got to tell you, I'm not so keen on you moving outside the circles. That does worry me a bit. I am worried for you. Okay?
Well, it's like I said, it's a sense of history, World War II. And
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I would get the entire dirty dozen of all the variants.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
One.
Yeah, that is a fair point to say there. Yeah, yeah. You've only got the one there. That's okay. That is okay. That is okay. It wasn't a lot of money, I don't think. I think that was quite reasonable for what it is. I think you'd get a profit on it. What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, most of them, like I said, are base metal that are cased, usually with nickel or rhodium. So the silver ones don't come up that often. This is it's part of Uber. Well, it cost me $300. I'm kind of part of the Uberoki club.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all.
And like I said, right now there's also now I've actually found another town that's further away that, and I've told you Dallas is right up. There's another town that's further away that has, I'm not going to say where it is, but it's.
Oh, don't mention that deal until you've bought it, Clyde, because we don't want you to miss out. I don't want you to miss. Go and grab it. Go and grab it.
Oh, you think it'd be this? Well, no, these are not advertised on Craigslist, so I can even say where it is as long as I don't say the phone number, the email address. I'm good. One is Rolex.
No, let's just leave it, Clyde. I don't want you missing out. You're going to get angry. You're going to get stink eye. Clyde, I wanted to ask you, if you had to be one Rolex man, let me ask you something. Say, for example, Clyde, you needed to go into a Rolex store, pay retail, and buy one watch. Okay, what would you do? This is not a gift. This is, you got to use your own coin. What would you honestly buy new from a Rolex store? Tell me that.
You know, with my age, I would. I mean, like I said, I saw an older guy with a two-tone date just, gold round bezel, two-tone oyster bracelet, white numerals, gold, white dial, gold Roman numerals. And I'm thinking that is a hell of a nice, that was a hell of a nice little watch. Something along those lines, I think.
Okay. Got you.
Because it's perfectly poised between sporty and dress. I think it could either get away because it's the reason why it can get away, it does sporty or casual because it has the oyster bracelet and it doesn't have the fluted bezel, but it also does dress as well because just simply because of the two-tone. Lovely, lovely piece.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Very interesting. You're a huge lover. You know what I'd go and buy if I had to buy something new, Clive?
I think it would be based entirely upon resale value. So my guess would be a Rolex Submariner, ceramic Submariner, or a Daytona.
Definitely Daytona. Definitely Daytona. If I didn't get the Daytona, I would probably, I'm going to admit this, and I'd probably go for a Batman. I really love it. I think that's such a cool watch. I could never do two-tone. If I was buying new, I could never do two-tone. Okay, that's just
silly.
Yeah. But I got to tell you,
I think a two-tone JEWELLERY, though, on the other hand, it's you'd pay a pretty penny for it either way. But and like I said,
it's not much difference if you're buying new. It's not much difference to buying a damn bluesy. That's where the smart money would go, Clyde. You see what I mean? Because sorry, yeah, of course, yeah, a new ceramic bluesy.
Well, I think even I've seen the Datejust 2 in blue with the blue dial that are pretty darn smicko as well. Actually, was it Blazing Mark? God help him, he's an optometrist out of Brooklyn. He got himself off a dealer. I think he got like maybe a 20 or 30% discount, probably 20. But he got a Datejust 2, or the larger Datejust. I think it was oyster with green dial and Roman numerals. I can't really imagine it. To me, it doesn't sound great, but it might be a Christmas cracker when you see it in person.
I see. Christmas cracker. That's a good term to use there, Clive.
Especially if it's green or red.
Let's wrap this show up. It's been fantastic having you on the channel live. I'm really pleased to do this with you.
Have you given any thought about the two-tier watch review thing? Archie Light for the $20, and then Archie Classic, i.e. with swearing.
I'll for $50. Look, I will. If anyone's interested, come to me and I'll do it for you. There's no worries, Clive.
What about if someone wants to do a live stream with you when you review their collection? How much will that be?
I'd do that for $50.
Okay, how would they make sure that they let you know that that's what they want to do? If they
could just send me an email and tell me that. If they sent me an email, I'm very happy to do anything I can to keep the Google ads, the money coming in, because man cannot live on Google ads alone, Clive. Thank you so much for your loyal support. One watch for life, I'd have to say Daytona or Batman for me if I had to buy new. Thank you so much. When do you want to do another show? Are you free tomorrow or you're busy? What's the go with you?
Yeah, tomorrow's fine.
Okay.